Do you know that because you're fat, you're unhealthy? Actually, you couldn't be more incorrect. I'm fat and I'm healthy.
The comments on that video were so positive, so positive. But can you take a second to imagine what the comments would be like if that was a fat person eating a burger on TikTok? If you're ever curious if fat phobia exists, go find a video like that of a fat person eating a burger. Check out the comments.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to yet another video where we dissect ridiculous arguments made by fat activists.
Just a reminder that I am very fat and very sexy, and I am 100% glorifying obesity, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Nobody should shame other people for the way they look, and it is amazing that this person is happy, comfortable, and confident in how their body looks. But glorifying obesity and the lifestyle that leads to this is just wrong on so many levels. Many of these fat acceptance influencers create such powerful echo chambers that keep innocent people from improving and achieving a better lifestyle. It is so sad.
Oh my god, there's fat girls who are still scared to go to the doctor. Oh my god, there's fat girls who still need to take their emotional support water bottle to help them get through the doctor. Oh my god, there's fat girls who have to wear their Taylor Swift Crocs to be brave to go to the doctor. Not a fat girl having a little snacky snack before the doctor, because even though she has a restrictive eating disorder and even though most doctors will tell her she has to lose weight, food is important and everybody needs to eat food. Not a fat girl getting to the doctor's office 20 minutes early because she has anxiety. I did it. It was hard.
It's sad seeing just how many fat people are scared to go to the doctors, and part of the blame falls on the influencers that perpetuate the idea that doctors hate them because they are overweight. While there can be some biases coming from the doctor's side while dealing with fat or obese patients, most of the things these creators label as fat phobia and discrimination are just standard questioning, diagnosing, and assessing at the doctors that everyone goes through. The reason why doctors in many ways fall back on the fact that the patient is fat is because that does affect so many parts of a person's health and their functioning. But I do agree that since this is such a large problem that hundreds of millions of people are facing, there should be more training and preparing the doctors for these patients, with more guides on how to live a healthy, more fulfilling life and lose weight healthily.
Do you know that because you're fat, you're unhealthy? Actually, you couldn't be more incorrect. I'm fat and I'm healthy.
While there can definitely be some nuance to this conversation, and someone weighing less than another person doesn't automatically make them healthier, being fat does pose a risk to one's health. Being a few pounds overweight is completely fine and won't affect your health much, but that changes when you get to a couple of tens, even hundreds of pounds. It is delusional to say that you can be quite overweight and completely healthy.
The comments on that video were so positive, so positive. But can you take a second to imagine what the comments would be like if that was a fat person eating a burger on TikTok? If you're ever curious if fat phobia exists, go find a video like that of a fat person eating a burger. Check out the comments.
I don't get why these fat acceptance and fat liberation creators have to drag down other people and try to include every marginalized group under the sun to make their point seem valid. I swear by this point, we have all seen 100 videos that were the same as this one. I don't get why people get so bothered that other people are perceived in a positive way, especially Anna, who is always so kind and happy in her videos. They just seem so miserable making the same videos over and over again, trying to prove some twisted point while throwing other people under the bus. Larger people do receive a lot of unwanted comments in regards to their bodies and look overall, but the same goes for many other groups. Thin people always get comments that they are anorexic and should eat a burger. People with scars and birthmarks and other markings always get comments on their looks, so this isn't something that affects fat people only. And instead of implying that every person not hating on a thinner person eating unhealthy food is somehow fat-phobic, they should focus more on spreading positivity and trying to make their community a better place. We see every day with just how much rage, resentment, and hate they are filled, and it seems like they just want everyone to be as miserable as they are.
Today I started a diet because this shit...
So, I've seen a little bit of discussion around this video, and I've mostly seen people feeling bad for Quenlin because she clearly has some disordered thought patterns. But I honestly don't get it. Like, I don't feel bad for these people anymore. I just find it really upsetting that people tend to empathize with thin people who are clearly deathly afraid of becoming fat or having any feature that fat bodies have, rather than empathizing with fat people who naturally have roles without contorting their body in a weird way, and thinking about how it might affect their psyche to see someone literally gag on the internet at the thought of resembling them.
Let people do whatever they want with their lives and bodies. They aren't hurting anyone. The beauty standard for women is so high, you have to have the perfect slender body, be curvy but still thin, and there are so many details involved. Many women have sadly internalized many of these factors and are very critical of themselves. I wouldn't say the girl in the first video is necessarily wrong. There is something that she wants to change, and she can still do it healthily. Maybe she will go out on a walk each day instead of spending 30 minutes scrolling on TikTok. Maybe she will cut down on her soda and fast food consumption. People on TikTok exaggerate their reactions because, drum roll please, that is how social media works. The more animated and loud you are, the more exaggerated your reactions are, the better. But then again, thoughts like this can, in the worst-case scenario, mean that someone is struggling with food, and to say that you don't care at all about, quote-unquote, these people is just sad. People criticizing themselves, holding themselves to a high standard, or just wanting to be as healthy as they can is not some sort of a direct attack on you, and this is something that these creators will just never grasp. People can exist in their bodies without it being some sort of a message to fat people. They can talk about them without it being an attack. They can show them off, embrace them, and love them, and while doing that, they aren't thinking of you. These people are just so self-centered for the most part, and I don't get why they care so much about what other people think about their bodies when they are allegedly so extremely happy on their own. Be grateful that you're happy and move along, or just admit the truth. You can't have it both ways.
It is racism. Anti-fatness is rooted in anti-blackness, and the reason why people are pursuing thinness is because they're pursuing proximity to whiteness. The reason why people hate fat people is because people hate black people, and appearing curvier, bigger is associated with blackness, especially black women, and that's why they're discriminated in the workplace, overly sexualized, and this has gone back for centuries and centuries.
What is this person even talking about? Imagine what mental gymnastics these people are doing every day. Saying that fat phobia and racism are the same thing is so weird. Is this person implying that black people are essentially fat? Racism and fat phobia are two completely separate issues, and these people keep doing this over and over again. They keep bringing marginalized people that face real problems in their daily lives and say that they have it just as bad, if not worse somehow. They do the same with disabled people, which is just infuriating. People are pursuing thinness because it is the current body beauty standard. It changes every 10 years. In the 2010s, it was the thicker body type. Now it is the thin one. A few decades ago, it was different, and so on. Saying that people pursue thinness because of its apparent proximity to whiteness is just stupid. So many cultures around the world have thinness as the beauty standard, and it has been that way for hundreds of years, even if those cultures don't have anything to do with white people. Quote-unquote, the reason why people hate fat people is because people hate Black people. I just can't with this person. They continue this nonsense by saying that appearing curvy and bigger is associated with Blackness, especially women, as if being thick wasn't the beauty standard up until a few months ago. Everyone was going out of the country to get BBLs. Everyone wanted to have curves like Kim K, and everyone wanted the slim, thick look. So just what is this person saying?